ClancyPasta presents Help, I'm Stuck in 2018, written by David Farrow and narrated by Clancy. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear it's true. I was just at my friend Madison's house for New Year's Eve, and we were watching the ball drop, and wearing stupid hats and glasses and drinking the champagne we'd swiped from her parents' cabinet, and the clock just stopped. 11:59 on the dot. The picture on the TV froze, and I thought there must have been some kind of problem with the reception. And I was thinking, you've got to be kidding me. Is this really happening midnight on New Year's Eve? But then like 30 seconds passed, and the screen stayed stuck. My friends had gone quiet, which surprised me because I just knew Jensen would be complaining about the bad reception like he always does about everything. I turned to see his reaction, and that was when I realized that my friends had frozen too. Jensen was staring at the screen with his fist pumped and his mouth open mid-countdown. Laura was in the middle of blowing one of those noisemakers. It was half curled up, like a snail. Madison had spilled a little champagne in her excitement, and the drops just hung in the air like they were suspended on invisible strings or something. I asked them what the fuck was going on, but of course they didn't answer. Then I noticed that their skin was turning gray. Madison's cheeks were flushed with rouge and alcohol, but the color drained away as I watched, like she was becoming a black and white photograph. The same thing was happening to Jensen and Laura. I started freaking out and tried to shake Jensen out of it, but his skin was cold and stony, and I couldn't budge him an inch. Same with the other two. Nothing I did could break them out of it. I started freaking out, of course. Went running through the house, looking for Madison's parents, but they must have gone out or locked themselves in their bedroom or something. I just wanted to find someone else who wasn't frozen. Someone who could prove I wasn't going crazy. The only living thing I found was Madison's dog. He was just as motionless as the others, his nose stuck sniffing for scraps on the kitchen floor. My heart was pounding and I thought I might faint. I was panicking so bad. The house was starting to feel like a prison, and that feeling only got worse when I tried the front door and it wouldn't open. I fiddled with the lock, but it didn't make a difference. It was like somebody had stuck it to the frame with super glue. I started crying and kicking and bashing it with my shoulder, so bad I gave myself a bruise. I don't know what finally made the difference, but eventually I got the door to open. The wood cracked with a loud splinter that instantly got swallowed up, like something had sucked the sound straight out of my ears. I shuddered and ran out into Madison's front yard. Everything had gone gray. The grass, the streets, the cars, the houses, the trees. Our town's always had a sort of grayish-blue color scheme going on, but I'd never seen it look so bleak before. It looked like there was some kind of snowstorm going on because the air was swirling with these little white particles. It was the first sign of movement I'd seen since the clock had stopped, and I started crying even more when I saw it. Then I realized it wasn't snow. The town in front of me was dissolving, like little clumps of everything were breaking loose and floating up into the sky. I looked up at them as they went and... God, I don't even know how to describe what I saw. Just thinking about it makes my head split with pain and gets me crying all over again. But I'll try. The sky wasn't the sky anymore. Instead of stars, I just saw this giant swollen stretch of red that went from horizon to horizon like the universe's biggest circus tent. It pulsed like a heart, and it glowed the darkest shade of red I'd ever seen in my entire life. There were these little jagged bits embedded in spirals that clacked together with each pulse. The bits of snow or whatever would break away from the town and float up into that huge red void. I stared at it until my head started throbbing like the worst migraine in my life. My leg was trickling and wet, and I realized I'd pissed myself like a little kid. I didn't know what I was looking at before, but I figured it out now. There was a mouth in the sky. A giant fucking mouth. And it was eating the world. I kind of staggered back against the door and tripped backwards into Madison's house. The ceiling looked weird, and it took me a second to realize that bits of it were turning into that snow stuff and floating away. I ran back into the den and screamed to my friends to wake up. Just wake the fuck up. But they didn't move, and my voice just kind of died in the air anyway. The image on the TV didn't show the ball dropping anymore. Now it was just a pulsing field of red. It didn't take long for my friends to start dissolving too. Their hands and arms broke into tiny little flecks, then their legs, until they were just floating heads and torsos. I couldn't do anything except watch. I was totally helpless as my best friend since second grade turned into ash and flew away into the huge mouth in the sky. They're gone now. Madison and Laura and Jensen, they're all gone. But I think I know what happened. Midnight came and went, and my friends went with it, just like they were supposed to. I'm the one who got stuck in a moment that doesn't exist anymore. My phone says it's still 11:59 on December 31st, 2018. I don't know how to get time working again. I think I'm fucked. I don't even know if this post is going to work or when it'll work. I don't think anyone can save me. Madison's house is gone, and there's just a little chunk of carpet left where I'm sitting here typing this. Everything else is red and darkness. I'm hungry and I'm scared. My head is killing me. Maybe my brain will just explode before whatever's in the sky eats me alive. Madison, Laura, Jensen, Mom, Dad, everyone. I'm sorry. I wish I could have seen the new year with you, but I think this is where my story ends. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's narration. I want to give a huge thanks to last month's $5 and up patrons: TJW, Marcus B, Greg S, Peggy, Gage W, Shanda K, Rachel H, Tim W, Baltic, Jules L, Bet S, Lydia P, Techo M, Grayson H, and all the other $5 and up and $2 patrons on screen as well. All of your support makes these narrations possible, and I appreciate it a ton. If you'd like to join these lovely ghouls, I'd appreciate it if you check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you'll get an exclusive narration that will never, ever be uploaded to my channel. Usually, one a bit too extreme for YouTube. So that's at least one extra video every month for just $1, if not more. For $2 a month, you'll get thanked in the end scroll of every video, and for just $5 a month, I'll shout you out at the end of multiple videos a month personally. You also get exclusive Discord roles for those perks as well. If you'd like to chat with me for a bit, you can join me on a monthly live stream for just $10 a month and get a signed merch sticker for $25 a month. And if you're in the market for some horrifying shirts and hoodies, you can head on over to my Teespring store in the description as well. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @2ndClancy. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.